Hey guys, how y'all doing? I'm here to give you guys a recap on the new episode of Sword Art Online Alicization, which is on episode 9. Now, this episode right here looks really simple, although I do find some scenes disturbing, but apparently it cannot be helped. So, if anything else, let's just get this started. We have to it that the episode starts off with Kirito and Yujo possibly talking with each other, trying to figure things out, maybe a couple things, I don't remember correctly. But one thing for sure, I do remember in this episode that Yujo would be training on some sword skills and remembering Alice as his goal to maybe go find her. But apparently we have to that these two noblemen, which I did try to take a screenshot to try to remember the names because they're not worth remembering because of the actions they did. One of them offers a lesson to give to Yujo, which Yujo decides to accept, but hit him with everything he's got, you know? And we see to it that these two end up clashing against each other. I don't remember the other one, maybe the one with the gray hair and the other one with yellow hair. Hopefully I remember correctly because like I said, I don't remember those two as they are not worth too much mentioning. But I'm pretty sure those of you guys who watched the episode may get the idea of what I'm talking about. Yujo somehow almost got overpowered, but ends up having to slip through one attack and block the other, and apparently the match ends in a draw for now. And we see to it that, yeah, I remember the guy's name, Humbert, or I don't know, Zizak, I don't know, those two names are just mixed up inside my head. But one thing for sure I will say is that, the next day when Kirito and Yujo are having a picnic with Ronnie and Tiena or Tiese, the red-haired girl and the little brown-haired girl, you know, etc. They talk about the system of nobility, which is a little something that I didn't bother looking into because honestly, nobility is just not something that I'm not too fond of due to the fact of certain privileges, certain ranks. Dude, we saw this in many series, obviously. So it's like what it is. But apparently TS, the red-haired girl, if I remember correctly, one of, I think Yujo's disciple, if anything, ends up saying to Yujo and Kirito about the situation at hand, about what happened to one of her roommates. Apparently something happened to her in an inappropriate way, which seems to be, something bad has happened to her in an inappropriate way, as it was said in that scene when they were talking about it. So Kirito gives a fine lesson to Yujo and TSA and Ronya. It's there are certain rules you have to follow and certain laws you cannot break. But I'll tell you this for sure. You just gotta go by what you think is right. Even if you have to break the law or even break the rules. So pretty much Kirito was trying to tell them if you had to do something to protect someone, then you gotta break that rule if you find inappropriate. In other terms, you could call it have your own personal justice, if anything. I know what I'm saying is confusing, but if you watch the episode or anyone that's a light novel reader, you'll get the idea. Aside from that, after they heard what happened to one of TS's roommates or something because of what happened in Yujo and Humbert's duel, I don't remember the gray hair guy's name. Like I said, I don't remember though. I don't remember those two nasty people because they're not worth mentioning, as I said, in my opinion. Well, in terms of remembering the names, yeah, I don't even remember them at all. But all I know is that they're just two disgusting noblemen. That much I can say. Being off topic, Yujo and Kirito confronted the two about this, and the guy admits that he had some obscenity, I don't know what the word is, had some kind of ridiculous orders done to him after he lost his duel, after he had ended in the draw with Yujo and everything else. Now, it's really, really bothersome, that much I will say, because of what they did, etc. And, of course, when it came to, whatchamacallit. Yeah, when it comes to the revelation, Yujo really just imagined himself drawing his sword, and it looked like he would like to slice the guy in two, or just injure the guy pretty badly. Hey man, if I heard what happened to someone of my disciple's friend or friend's friend, I would retaliate in a very angry way. I mean, he did something to her inappropriate, which I would not explicitly say here. If you guys watch the episode, you'll get the idea, hopefully, which I hope you did. And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh was taught by Kirito, stay cool, stay calm. What they did is possibly trying to trap you or to mock you for what, or retaliate against you of what you did in the draw in that duel. And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh decides to keep his cool, etc. And there was a small talk between his disciple, and Yu-Gi-Oh alone about something about like having to be a nobleman, and she's scared about having to marry someone like Zizak or something, and ask Yu-Gi-Oh like, once you win the tournament, you become an aristocrat, can you be something to me? I'm thinking in my mind, TS, are you real serious asking for his hand of marriage? No, the way I look at it, she was trying to ask his hand of marriage once you become an aristocrat and I become strong and we are both noblemen or aristocrats, whatever the hell you want to call it, etc. So I'm thinking in my mind, I don't think you really realize that Yu-Gi-Oh is trying to reunite with Alice, but Yu-Gi-Oh is not revealing that goal yet. Not yet, anyway, or possibly nothing of the sort. But aside from that, yeah. I know what I'm doing is very confusing, but as I said, unless you watch the episode, you'll get the idea. So, yeah, pretty much, if I had to summarize it without a lot of detail and explicit detail, as I said, there was a small duel between Yu-Gi-Oh and that gray-haired guy, which I don't remember his name, and there was a picnic between TS, Kirito, and Yu-Gi-Oh and Ronya, and they talked about a situation what happened to one of TS's roommates, you know? And of course, Yu-Gi-Oh and Kirito confront the two noblemen about it, and one of them does confess that he did something inappropriate that caused Yu-Gi-Oh to be very enraged, but after they left, we see to it, of course, Kirito taught Yu-Gi-Oh, keep your cool, alright? I know what you heard is really, really ridiculous and inappropriate, but if we're gonna take these two down, we gotta do it in the right way and not do it something that gonna get us in trouble, you know? Last thing we need is like possibly something of being arrested or something. But aside from that, yeah. And then there's a scene with TS and Yu-Gi-Oh talking to each other about a couple things of what to do, and maybe TS is asking Yu-Gi-Oh for like his hand in marriage, possibly, because the way how she acted towards Yu-Gi-Oh, it started to bother me a bit to go like, I think you're asking too much of this guy once he becomes an aristocrat or whatever, winning that tournament whatsoever. I'm pretty sure hopefully you guys know what I'm trying to get at here. But aside from that, yeah, that's about it about the episode. If some of them kind of came out wrong in this episode for me, please forgive me. But aside from that, nothing much has happened. But those two noblemen, don't get me wrong, I hate those two characters too. There's gonna be certain characters you're gonna hate anyway, and they're just there to like cause some discomfort, and you just want to cringe. And honestly, they're not gonna be too important, that much I will say. I mean, it will show eventually. That much I will say. I won't say any more than that. I mean, those of you guys who are light novel readers or something may get the idea. Anime onlys, I'll zip the lip for now, but I will say this for sure. Just wait. That's just a little spoiler of ahead. Hopefully. That depends how you look into it. So until then, I will see you guys in my next video. I'm Alpha Zero, people. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out. Bye-bye. Toot-toot-toot!